All right, we're adding and subtracting fractions now. So the most important thing to remember when you are adding and subtracting fractions is you must find a common denominator for each of the fractions in order to be able to add them. So you need to find a number that both of those numbers divide evenly. You can do that one of two ways. You can either find the least common multiple between the two, or you can just multiply them together. In this case, whichever you do, it's going to come out to the same answer. Convenient. So I want to make my new denominators 8. In order to do that, I must multiply my 4 by 2 and my 2 by 4. But in order to maintain the same value for each of the fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So I am also going to multiply my 3 by 2 and my 1 by 4. So let's go ahead and do that multiplication and change them around so that we can actually start adding them. So I will start with the fraction on the left. 2 times 3 is going to be 6, and 2 times 4 is 8, which I expected because that's what I wanted. And 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 4 again is 8. So now that I have a common denominator between my fractions, I can go ahead and add straight across. So 6 plus 4 is going to be 10. And then when you're adding and subtracting fractions, you do not add the bottoms together. Do not add them. You are going to simply drag the denominator over. So 10/8 would be my answer for this problem. So let's go ahead and look at a subtraction one really quick. So let's say we have, 3/4 minus 1/2. So basically the same problem, only a subtraction sign. Again, you need to find a common denominator, which we already know from the previous problem that is going to be 8, which means I need to multiply my 2 by 4 and my 4 by 2. All right, so let's go ahead and do that multiplication. Remember, not only do I have to do it to the bottom, but I also have to do it to the top in order to maintain the same value for my fractions, because we don't want to change the value of the fraction. We just want to change like the language it's written in so that we can actually subtract it. So let's start on the left. 2 times 3 is going to be 6, and 2 times 4 is 8, which I expected. And then 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. Now that we have a common denominator between the two, we can go ahead and just subtract straight across. So 6 minus 4 is 2. And then again, like in the addition problem, all you're going to do is drag the denominator over. You do not subtract it. I repeat, do not subtract it. So in this problem, my answer would be 2/8.